A little bit of background on the underwater laser projector project. This is the original that I had started to build. The original idea I had a number of years ago when I went to Utola with some friends from the laser show community. It's simply an Arduino with a spinning motor that's driven by pulse width modulation, as well as a green laser diode of 100 milliwatts. It's driven by a PWM channel to chop it, so it kind of gives you a tunnel effect with lines that would move around. Unfortunately, I never finished it because I was having a hard time packing all this into this what was a flashlight housing. You can see it's got these nubs in there because it was meant to hold a 6-volt battery. So it just never worked really great, and I had a hard time. If I would actually 3D print a mount for all of this and kind of finagle it in there, I think it would work, but kind of moved on a little bit. This was the second iteration, which originally was supposed to be a flashlight, but I had a hard time squeezing the laser diode in a flashlight housing. So this is simply just a green pointer with a control thing on it, OLED screen. So it basically, you could press the button through this housing, which is just a recycled Canon camera housing. And then the final, latest iteration, which is the one I tested the other night. This is actually full RGB, 500 milliwatt, red, blue, green, real galvanometers for X and Y. So it's kind of all the way. So see right there, it's the camera's chopping it, unfortunately. So this here is an Ikelite housing, which was meant for a Sony TRV-120 digital 8 camcorder. It was a 8mm tape-based camera from the 2000s, I believe. That was this would allow you to take it underwater. The odd thing is I actually have that camcorder somewhere. This case came from eBay. I was just looking for a cheap, quick way to build something that would house a projector. Originally, I thought there's no way, with this thing being so big, it would be difficult. No way it would be hard at all to pack all the stuff in there, and sure enough, it still gave me space challenges. So I built on the original plate that kind of fits in the housing that the camcorder used to mount to. This is all just kind of off-the-shelf, low-grade Chinese laser show components. This is not the kind of parts that normally use for modern stuff. In this case, I was actually driving the projection with, this is an EtherDream DAC made by J4CBO. And this has the ability to actually play show content off of a micro SD card. There's other hardware, but this kind of fit the bill perfectly. It's 12 volts input, so it kind of matched up with the driver that runs the RGB lasers. And it worked pretty well. I actually made the content in LSX, exported it as an ILDA file, packed it on the card with the control file, and off it went. These here are the Galvo drivers. These are 20K PPS Galvos. Steering mirror. Thanks Dave Kumpler for these. These are recycled. They're not high performance or anything, but it's just kind of looking to do beam shows. This is RGB TTL laser. So inside this one box is 3 separate laser diodes that are all collimated together and aligned together. And because of space, you can see the actual driver for it is packed under here. And this 3D printed piece here kind of was the goal, was to kind of direct some of the airflow downwards and across the driver because it does get hot. And then another 3D printed part here holds the power switch in a position that it can get caught by these pass-throughs on this case that are meant for operating the camera controls. And at first I was like, oh, this is the best thing ever because these are perfect for operating a power switch. The downside is it actually got in the way of some of these get in the, like especially down here, it kind of gets in the way of other mechanics of it, so end up being a little bit of a tight fit. There's a buck boost converter that sits right under here. This was, I literally got this Friday before jumping in the water. And this does it's taking 14.7 in, 14.8 in, and pushing out negative and positive 15, which is required by the Galvo drivers. Before I had that, I was using 2 of these battery packs to basically build a positive and negative 14.8 volts. But once that came in, that's kind of a big help because I was having a hard time with some of the clearances fitting the second set of these batteries in there. These are recycled from cable modem batteries. Cheap way to get quality 18650 cells without paying full price. That's it, simple projector that's pretty straightforward, just sacrificial in case it were to flood, but so far this housing has been awesome, and I don't, now I don't even fear it flooding at all anymore, which means it probably will, but I'll screw something up and dump water in there. But yeah, overall certain patterns look good, a lot of them did not. Definitely stuff like this where it's a giant circle looks awesome. Things that are too complex, beam show, just like any laser beam show, weren't that great. But once the water clears up a bit, I'll probably try to take a little bit more footage with some better patterns that authored and dumped on the card. But that's it.